Prescribing to a one-size-fits-all mentality that is largely influenced by the superhero culture may be damaging to our young boys and men. Weaknesses are not tolerated, and humility, empathy, emotional connection, and softness are not valued under this approach. Indeed, I feel like some of the most damaging words you can say to a young boy who is showing softness or is in emotional pain is "be a man" or "man up." In my opinion, the hypermasculinization we so value in the superhero culture is a complete distortion and takes us away from understanding our royal identity. Luckily, in our story, we know the ending in the ultimate battle between good and evil. There will be a final showdown someday. Even though Satan will be more powerful than any villain we see in the superhero culture today, Christ will win the day. Good will conquer evil. This gives me great hope and comfort as I look at the evil in the world and sometimes despair. Even when I think Satan has won over the hearts of mankind, I know that this will not be our final destiny. I would like to focus on the characteristics of becoming a true superhero, of truly embracing the qualities that will prepare you to become royal someday. Batman, Captain America, Iron Man, and Spider-Man all have some truly excellent, redeeming qualities, yet they pale in comparison with the ultimate superhero, Jesus Christ. When I think of a real superhero, I imagine someone who is empathetic. He's someone who is willing to mourn with those that mourn and comfort those that stand in need of comfort. He is soft and gentle, tender and kind. He understands his emotions, and he uses them to bless the lives of others. We see none of the arrogance or brashness portrayed in the media. Instead, we see humility and an understanding and acceptance of one's own weaknesses. No matter our circumstances in life, we are princesses or princes of a royal family, destined to become kings and queens someday. Just think of that, what that means for your life. How does that change the way you think about your identity and the way you manage your life? I recently saw a beautiful picture of a girl wearing a crown. Her head was held high and her eyes were closed. Written on the picture were these words: "Sometimes on dark days I think nobody cares and nobody's coming. Then I remember who sends thoughts like that, and I straighten my crown." Instead of focusing so much on finding your prince, I would suggest you focus more on becoming a princess. And I do not mean a bratty, materialistic, helpless type of princess. I mean a daughter of God who is secure in her royal identity, who loves to learn, to help others, who has a strong testimony of Jesus Christ. Good things will happen when you focus more on becoming the right person and less on finding the perfect person. I'd like to discuss one last fantasy that has a ring of truth. In many of the stories, such as Sleeping Beauty or Snow White, the princess falls asleep and is rescued by a prince. Ladies, we are not on this earth to fall asleep. Our Heavenly Father has a much bigger fairy tale in store for us. He has asked us to serve our communities and our families, to mother and nurture the children in our care, whether that is our own children, nieces and nephews, or other children in our sphere of influence, to learn and to grow. My advice would be to get as much education during this time of your life as you can. Rely on the Spirit as you make decisions about your education and your career.
This devotional address with Sarah Coyne was given on May 31st, 2016.